Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this lovely Ankara monostrap one shoulder free dress. If you're interested, please keep on watching. So here I have my fabric folded into four. I have about 2 yards, a little over 2 yards folded into four, which gave me about 19 inches on fold, and I'm marking my length plus extra 1.5 inches. So I'm cutting that out. So when you fold your fabric into four, you have one folded end, all folded. Then you have another end with two open ends and another folded end. I don't know if you understand, but here I am marking my half of my armhole measurement, which is 8 inches. I'm going to mark that round and connect with a straight line. So on this side with the open end, I came in by 1.5 inches. That is going to be my armhole, and I'm covering it like so. So I'm going to mark my shoulder width. I'm using 3 inches. So from that 1.5 inch point, I came in by 3 inches, came down by 1 inch and connected to that 3 inches point to form my shoulder slope. So I'm opening it into two like so. So now I have my fabric folded into two. So on the center point, I'm going to come down by 5 inches. Then on this other end, I'm coming down by 6 inches. I'm going to connect from that shoulder point to the 5 inches point all the way to this 6 inches point. Like so. So next I'm going to be cutting this out, following this line as you can see. I'm cutting all the way to the shoulder point. Yeah, then I cut the shoulder slant like so, and also trim out the armhole. So this other side is still on fold. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm just going to sew the shoulder with 1/2 inch and sew the sides with 1/2 inch all the way. Then I'm measuring around my armhole. I'm going to use that to fold and cut my bishop sleeve. So for the bishop sleeve, first of all, I'm marking my sleeve length plus extra 5 inches. And my fabric here is on fold. That's 15 inches on fold. 15 plus 15 making about 30. Yeah, making 30 altogether. So I have my length plus extra 5 inches and my fabric on fold 15 inches. I came down by 4 inches and I'm covering it to this side to form my sleeve. So I'm going to measure to the point what I got when I measured the armhole. I'm going to measure that same thing and add extra 1 inch to it. Then I connect it all the way to the end. Yeah, measure to get exactly what you got on your armhole plus another 1 inch. You know, the side with the armhole has no sewing allowance, so I'm adding one, but if it had, then you measure all the way and then you mark the same thing. There will be no need to add any extra 1 inch. And that's it for the bishop sleeve. Then the other sleeve, the off shoulder sleeve, I'm just going to cut a rectangle. There will be no shaping. So my fabric will still be on fold, about 15 inches. Then I'll mark my length, but then I'll take out my cap's height and still mark the length of my sleeve plus extra 5 inches. But since this one is going to have an elastic casing on both the down and the upper part, I will add extra 1 inch to that. So that's it, my sleeve minus my cap's height plus 5 inches and another 1 inch for the extra elastic casing. You will see later on. So I've joined the sleeves, the side seam of the sleeve. So I'm going to be folding for the elastic casing now. I'll fold 1/4 of an inch first, then fold again 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to sew both up and down for that sleeve. And then the bottom of the sleeve, 1/4 of an inch and 3/4 inch. So I've sewn that. I also left a space of about 1 inch where I will pass my elastic later on. I did that for both the up and the down and the other sleeve as well. Now on the dress itself, I joined the shoulder seams together using 1/2 inch. I also joined the other side that was open. I joined it with 1/2 an inch as well. So this other side that has no seam, I'm going to notch it so I will know the center. And I'll be joining my sleeve to it next. So here's my sleeve. I'll be placing the side seam of the sleeve, as you can see, the right side of the side seam of my sleeve. I'm going to place it on that notched part, right sides together. So I'll pin that. I will also match the center of my sleeve to the shoulder, right sides together as well. I just hope you understand. Yeah, so I'm going to pin round afterwards. So I'll be pinning round like so, and then I'll take it to my machine and sew it round. I've attached the sleeve to the dress, and this is what it's looking like. So the elastic is going to bring the sleeve together. So I'm going to be measuring round that upper part, round that neck line like that, all the way. So I'm going to be using that measurement to cut a facing that I will use for the elastic that will pass through that part. So I'm going to fold my fabric. My dress was in 2, so I'm folding my fabric into 2, and I'll be cutting the facing like that. So my facing is going to be 1.5 inches. So I'm marking 1.5 inches like so. Cutting that out. So I'm going to use the remaining fabric to also cut the belt that will go with the dress. So I'm marking 5 inches here. This fabric is on fold and is about 38 inches. So you're going to have 38 and 38. 38 plus 38. Yeah, do the math. That's how long the belt is going to be. Cutting that out. So I'll fold that into 2 right sides together, sew like that, leaving about 2 inch of space in the middle where I will turn it out later. So back to the facing, I'm going to measure it again so I have exactly the length I will need. And since I'm going to be joining it, I'm going to add 1/2 inch. I've joined the facing together, so I'm going to be pinning it to the neckline. I will match the side. Okay, I'll match that seam to the side seam of the dress, right sides together. So I'm going to pin it first off all the way. I'll take it to my machine and sew it like that with 1/4 of an inch. After joining the facing to the neckline, I'm going to turn it to the inside now and fold it like this. So I'm going to fold it like that, pin it all the way around, then I'll take it to my machine and sew it, leaving about 1 or 2 inches space where I will pass the elastic later on. I've sewn the belt as well, so I'm turning it out as you can see. I also went ahead to iron the belt. Please give this video a like if you have watched this far. Thank you. So I went ahead to cut the elastic pieces I'm going to be using. So the one on the neckline, I just took some inches off the bust measurement I'm working with. I'm working with bust 31, so my elastic is 24 inches. So I'm going to insert it through that hole I left earlier. I'm going to pin the other end of the elastic to the dress so it doesn't go all in and then I have to start all over again. Okay, so I've gotten to the other end now, so I'm going to take it to my machine, sew the elastics in place and then close that opening. It's coming out really nice. If you're yet to subscribe, this is the time to do so. So for the other sleeve, I'm going to be using my sleeve round for the down part. So the elastic I'm going to use there will be my sleeve round measurement, but I took out about 2 inches from it, so I have 8.5, and I took out 2 inches. The elastic piece I'm using there is 6.5 inches. So for the bicep part, I used the bicep I'm working with, not my bicep, which is 9 inches, but the elastic piece there is 7 inches. You have to mark which part is going to be up there, because when you're done, they're going to look the same. So I've inserted all of my elastic pieces, and this is what the dress is looking like so far. So next up, I'm going to take this other sleeve, the off the shoulder one, and then I'm turning this inside out. I'm going to match the side seam of the sleeve to the side seam of the dress, right sides together. So yeah, I'm going to match it together like that and pin it, and my pin has refused to enter. Anyway, I'm going to pin it together, take it to my machine and tack it down. And that's basically it. Our dress is almost ready. Yeah, this is what it's looking like. Looking nice. Yeah. So I'll tack it and show you the final look. Here is the final look. The dress came out really nice. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you have any question or observation, drop them in the comment section as well. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click on the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.